Good morning and welcome to the show. Karen, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
It's been a little while since I've seen you.
It has been.
I have to tell you, I love seeing you. When they say I'm going to spend some time with Karen, I know what I get to do.
Awesome. Cook.
I get to cook and eat. Exactly. Today we're talking beef. And we're talking,
one of my favorites.
Mine too. Tri-tip.
Right. It's tri-tip cut. And it's really an interesting cut. You can see it here, and it's really kind of comes by its name naturally. You can see it's kind of a three-tipped roast actually. It's very popular on the coast, but we're seeing that popularity move into the States. It's a great lean cut. It's one of the 29 lean cuts, which we all love, and it's great for heart health, the whole business. So it's a good cut because it's one of those that you'll see after we bake this off and use it in this recipe. We can cube it, we can slice it, we can do all different things with it, and it's kind of like just a nice beef to put into other recipes.
And we want to remind people, because some people may look at a lean piece of meat and go,
right,
that'll cook up dry and tough.
Right.
But by the time we're done today,
absolutely,
we're going to prove them wrong.
Right, because we're going to make a wonderful sauce, and then we're going to actually make it into a really fun salad. Let me tell you what that is. Today we're going to make the beef, mango, and barley salad. And you know, sometimes in the wintertime we're real into eating soups, stews, you know, all that kind of stuff. We get a little tired of that. So this is a really neat salad recipe, but I call it a wintertime salad, because it has roasted vegetables in it, which is a great way to cook vegetables. It just kind of brings out that natural sweetness of vegetables. It also has the barley, which is a whole grain, which is very healthy. You combine that with the good lean beef and those vegetables, and it's a complete meal in one. Even though it's called a salad, it's very hearty. Well, so it's a good winter salad.
Let's talk about barley, because I've never really cooked with barley before.
Yes.
I'm a little confused about it. Is it tough to cook?
No, it's actually a lot like cooking rice or oatmeal even, if you will. Barley cooks up nice into a nice little plump. A lot of people like to use it in their soups and stews. It is a whole grain, so it's power-packed with great nutrition, good carbohydrates, whole grain carbohydrates. So we're going to be cooking this up. It's just 1 cup. I'm going to put 2 cups of water with that, a little salt, cook it up.
2 to 1 ratio.
Exactly, very simple. So the other ingredients that we're going to have, you'll find this recipe is actually in our Healthy Beef Cookbook. And the other ingredients we're going to use today will be our olive oil, just a little bit of that. In our sauce that we'll be making, some salt and pepper, a little lemon juice, and lime juice. I've actually fresh squeezed the lime juice. And then some sweet paprika. We're going to have, of course, the barley we just talked about, some chopped green onions, and then these are the mango chunks. And those are really wonderful, and they're getting more and more popular all the time too. And then we're also going to use some cilantro, so it's going to get a nice little flavor in there. I want to show you something really simple on cilantro or parsley or any herb that you want to cut like this. It's so simple. It called for a 1/4 cup of chopped. So I'm just going to put it in a bowl. I just use my kitchen shears.
Oh, in the bowl? In
the bowl. And that way I don't have a mess on my cutting board. I don't have to get my knife out. You can just use your kitchen shears. And something like cilantro, the finer you cut it, the more flavor you're going to get.
I can smell it right
You can. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it is wonderful.
So anyway, that's kind of the cilantro. The last ingredient that we're going to be using is actually the roasted red peppers, which right now are just raw red peppers, but I've cut those into about 1.5 inch cubes, and we're just going to sprinkle all those out on our nice roasting pan. I love to do roasted vegetables, and I love to put peppers in, potatoes, parsnips, you name it. But this recipe just calls for the roasted red peppers, and then just to kind of keep them from drying out during their roasting, all we're going to do is spray them with just a little bit of cooking spray. Perfect. All right, that's going to go right into the oven along with our tri-tip, and then we'll cook those up for about 30 to 40 minutes. Then we'll be ready to assemble our salad.
Well, we're going to get everything into the oven right now, and when we come back from commercial break, we're going to start pulling stuff out. We're going to start mixing it together, and we're going to eat.
Terrific.
It smells fantastic, Karen.
Yes,
it really does.
It's roasting.
It is. So our peppers are in the oven.
Yes,
our tri-tips in the oven, but we've got a dressing to make.
Right.
Let's make that
so while those are roasting in the oven, it's a good time to get my barleys cooking. And then we're going to make this wonderful sauce that's going to go kind of a nice little addition to this salad. So basically, the first thing you're going to start with is just about a teaspoon of olive oil. Olive oil is a very heart-healthy oil. It's a monounsaturated fat, so it's a really good thing to use in our cooking as well. Then we're going to put in 1/3 cup of lime juice. Very simple little dressing we're making. And then just a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, that sweet paprika. We're just going to whisk that together, and then this is actually going to dress our salad.
It's a beautiful color.
Yes, isn't that fun?
It smells
That's
good
it.
too.
Yes, it'll taste delicious.
We've got our salad dressing done.
Right.
let's get started.
It's time to come out.
Yeah.
These have been in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
And they just look like they're wonderfully finished. Let's pull that out. And you know what? My red peppers are finishing up at just the same time. So I'll pull those out as well. Let those cool off a bit while we add. And you can see now, the first thing I've got to do is test my doneness here. So I'm going to take my instant read thermometer, which is a great tool. Every kitchen should have one. And I'm just going to actually put it right into the thickest part of that mussel so that I can just read the finished temperature on that. You can see it's getting right up there. So right around 140, 145 for medium rare. Okay. And that's what we're after. Okay. So we're in great shape. So this roast is ready, as are the red peppers. Our other ingredients, we're going to stir it all together now and have a wonderful salad.
All right, Karen, a couple of steps that
yes.
we tinted the beef. We wanted to make sure we got that. We
Right.
got our barley out,
Exactly.
and this is something that you wanted to make sure you mentioned.
This is just a quick step because we want the barley cooled when it goes into our salad. We're just going to put it on a metal baking sheet and let it cool. It doesn't clump that way. And then you can see here I've got my beef already cubed up right out of the oven. I'm just going to sprinkle that wonderful salt, kosher salt, little pepper on there. And then I'm going to put this barley right into the salad. And this is the simple part. Now we're just going to assemble all our ingredients right into the salad bowl. So just get you a big pretty bowl and then you're ready to go. You just dump in our peppers. We're going to dump in our mango, our green onions for some wonderful color and flavor, cilantro, and again, the bigger you leave it, the less flavor it'll be. So if people don't like cilantro,
on how you like
exactly. And then what we're going to do is finish it off by taking that wonderful little dressing we made, pour it right over the top.
And the dressing again was a tablespoon
lime juice, a third a cup of lime juice, and a half teaspoon of paprika, and just a teaspoon of olive oil. So it was very simple.
Together.
Exactly. Look at the color in this beautiful salad.
It is beautiful.
Isn't that pretty? So this recipe, and smell it. Isn't that wonderful too?
Yeah.
We need smell-o-vision.
Well, you know what everybody doesn't know is she did cube up the steak, but only about half of them made it in the bowl.
So you're done eating lunch, is that right?
I'm done eating lunch for the day.
So you can see that makes a beautiful salad, full of nutrition because it's got great vegetables and fruit, and the barley is a whole grain, and the beef for that great protein. So
we want to remind everybody a website to go get this.
kansasbeef.org or beefiswhatsfordinner.com.
And the cookbook also.
Healthy Beef Cookbook, and that recipe's right in there along with other great heart healthy recipes.